Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm going to be reviewing the K&F Concept Variable ND Filter Set for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is the best affordable ND filter that I have found for the Osmo Pocket 3. And I have a set of two here, which comes with a ND2-32 stop and an ND32-512. I'm going to be showing you guys some sample footage outdoors, and I'm going to let you know my overall opinion on this kit. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. So I purchased the K&F ND filter set here. Now it did come with both of these ND filters and also came with a screen protector. I do have the screen protector actually installed already on my Osmo Pocket 3. I don't know if you guys could really see that, but it's there. It worked really well, went on easily, no bubbles, so I'm happy with the quality there, and I've had no issues with touch functionality. Now, the current price as of recording is $49.99 Canadian and $45.99 American. So I did opt to get this set off of Amazon, and I have links in the description below if you're interested in picking it up. All right guys, so you may be asking yourself, what is an ND filter for if you're maybe more new to cameras? ND filters are basically sunglasses for your camera. They're super helpful for allowing your images not look blown out outdoors in the bright sunlight, giving you natural motion blur. It just makes your footage look better than if you were to let the camera do things on its own on auto mode. I am doing this review because I haven't seen anybody do a review on this yet, and I was curious if it was any good, and spoiler alert, I like it. So I purchased the K&F Concept ND filter for my Osmo Pocket 3. Now I opted to go for the variable set instead of, separate ND filters because it cuts down on the amount of filters that I need to keep with me. The filters that come from DJI specifically, they are very expensive. This was like half the price and I got so much more. I mean, I have, all the way from 2 stops all the way to 512 for a fraction of the price. And it's just quick and easy on the go. I can just simply go and turn the dial to change the settings on the go really quickly. You can pick up just the ND2-32 and just the 32-512 if you want to, but I would definitely recommend picking up this kit so you're covered for like every situation. Whether it's just a little bit overcast to super bright and sunny, the magnetic connection is really good and it just pops right on. So it has a pretty good connection, doesn't fall off very easily, and easy to take it off too, which I like. Just kind of pops off there. There's a magnet on the back, and I like it because some of the other filters I've tried, they're really hard to get off, and you don't want to like damage this at all, so I like that this is kind of easy on and off. And when it is on, you can simply just turn it. Just make sure you're doing it carefully so you don't, damage the gimbal, but it just turns very easy, the filter here. And you guys can see that it's just adjusting as I turn that. Another thing I like about these filters compared to other brands, even the ones from DJI, is that they are thin enough that they will close with this on. So I think that is a huge advantage because you don't have to worry about constantly taking on and off if you're going to be using it a lot. So I'm just going to give you guys an example here. I'm just going to turn it off. You guys could see it closed with it still on here. And it powers on with it still there as well. Yeah, I'm happy with the product so far. I've used it a variety of times outdoors in different lighting situations, from kind of like cloudy, overcast days to very bright and sunny days. Now I'm going to show you guys an example of the performance outdoors, what you've been waiting for. Frame rate is at 1/50. You can see it is super blown out. You really can't see anything. Now I'm going to put the ND filter on at the lowest stop. You guys can see a bit more there. Once again, that's without it and with it. So here is at stop 2. It's getting definitely better. At stop 3, you can actually see all the water and the greenery. This is stop 4. I think it looks quite nice here myself. And this is at stop 5. Once again, for comparison, if I take off the ND filter, this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to use the ND stop 32 to 512. Right now, I'm going to put up the lowest. So this is at 32. One stop up from that. Go down even more. Definitely looks more dark on screen. You can see all of the detail in the colors. Go down one even more. Definitely looks a bit dark. I think too dark. It is all the way at the bottom at 512 stops, and it's very, very dark. I definitely think you need to be using this on a super, super sunny day. It does not look great in my opinion right now. And if you guys are finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. So initially I had it at a fixed frame rate of 1/50. Right now I've gone ahead and put it on total auto mode so you guys can see the difference there. So that was with the ND32 on. Here it is with it off. This is just on auto mode, how it looks outdoors. I popped on the ND at 32. And you guys can see, you see the difference there. And here's how it looks on my phone in comparison. So I think this ND filter set works really well to give you a nice natural look, natural motion blur when it's bright outdoors. I was a little bit worried about getting an ND filter set that was variable because I thought that, you know, it might damage it because it's, you know, the gimbal is pretty sensitive. But I've had no issues at all. As long as you're careful, you know, turning the little dials when you are using this on the gimbal and you're not rough with it, I don't think you'll have any issues. And like I said, the magnetic connection does stay on really well. The only time I've had it fall off is when I actually tripped. It was a little bit wet outside. And when I did trip and fall, this actually did fall off of there, but that's the only case I've had it fall off. It hasn't fallen off during like normal usage. So if you fall with it, it might fall off with you, but that's about it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this up if you do have an Osmo Pocket 3 and you're planning to, you know, record or take photos outdoors, because it's a lot more affordable and you have more customization here with, you know, more stops available than getting the version from DJI. Now, some cons I've noticed about these filters here. One is the lens material that we have here. It does attract dust and lint pretty easily. So you're gonna wanna make sure you have like, you know, some lens safe cloths or some little wipes that you can use to keep them clean before you film so you don't have any weird things in your videos or your photos from the lens. Another thing I want to mention is that these are not stackable. So you can't put, you know, like a CPL filter or a black mix filter on top of it. Unfortunately, you can't do that here. The last con for me would be like this case. I feel like it's kind of cheap. It would have been better if they gave us maybe like something like velvet or something, not just this foam. It's a little bit cheap for what you're paying for, because that's kind of what I keep it in. I don't really put it in anything else. So I would have liked if they gave us a bit more high quality here or something, but it is what it is. If you're someone like me who uses a fixed frame rate outdoors, you're gonna find this very helpful. And even if you just use auto mode, you're gonna have more natural footage, more natural motion blur, just using this versus letting the camera do its own thing at its own automatic frame rate, ISO, and all that stuff. And all right, guys, considering the price, the quality, the performance, the durability, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this an 8.9 out of 10. I definitely do give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are looking to pick up this variable ND filter set from K&F Concepts for your Osmo Pocket 3, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I do read all the comments, so I'll definitely get back to you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.